It's QUE, you fucking idiot.
You idiot.
Back from vacation, not the Big Mac who is an idiot, but one Chief Bobby. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And
So glad to be back.
Like he was. He's just delayed because
it was all an illusion.
Do you think he gets internet through smoke signals, or what's going on over there?
He has special magic internet service over there in the wigwam.
On the tribe, on
Zesty
the,
service.
The reservation, it's a little bit slow. That's fine. We'll catch up. Welcome to the Simple Sports Show, Friday Rewind, live here Wednesday, August 5th. No, Ray, actually do me a favor. Next time, could you type louder so that pounds directly into our earlobes?
I pound something else in his mother's ass.
Try the earlobes next time. It's just as good. Red Sox, today's show, Red Sox Deadline reaction. We have yet to do that. We've got 10 questions from around Patriots training camp again. Some Celtics rumors that were interesting that ultimately will lead to absolutely nothing. Stick around for that. That'll be interesting. We've got this or that with Chief Bobby. We've also got Vacation Bobby's reaction to LeBron to the 76ers. We haven't got that yet, so that should be must-see TV. Of course, we close the show with Simplest Minds of the Week. Here, Wednesday, live, Friday Rewind, the Simple Minds Sports Show. Welcome to the show. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something. The Red Sox did it. They actually had a deadline worth the headlines. If you're with us now, go ahead, take a second and hit subscribe right now. Thank you very much. Hit the like, hit the share to your friends, tell your mothers. Tell them about the Red Sox, who are continuously on a roll. We got a live score there, Raymond, when you get a chance. They came back from their road trip 5-1, demolished the White Sox last night as we record. What's the score? Someone just said
2-0.
Sox?
Correct.
These guys just, it's all coming up Red
Swept
Sox
the Dodgers too. That was an impressive feat in LA.
Dodgers lost 6 straight, so maybe caught them at a good time, but you can't take away anything. I love, there's nothing better in sports talk for me than Patriots gloating and Red Sox bashing. I mean, that is a real 1-2. And I got nothing right. Well, that's not true. I actually have.
I was gonna say, you probably have something.
A wildly pertinent point on the Red Sox, and it falls in the bashing category, which I'd like to get to. Actually, why am I burying the lead? Here's my opening take. Here's my instant reaction. Number one take from the Red Sox deadline. Craig Breslow sucks at his job. He just sucks at his job. He fucking blows at his job. Okay? Now, multiple things can be true at the same time. A man can suck at his job, and his team could also get better, which is what happened here today. But if you want to look at these trades that were made by the Boston Red Sox and Craig Breslow, I have questions about motivation from the front office, motivation from ownership, and certainly I have questions and concerns about the ability of one Craig Breslow to actually make a deal on its merit that makes sense in Major League Baseball, which I don't know if he has one. Garrett Crochet. I'll give you Garrett Crochet. A big league deal. He traded prospects, got a player back for. Ultimately, we can probably say he won that deal, although Garrett Crochet has not pitched since May this year. So Jerry may still be out on that deal
Probably
as well.
won't pitch till 2028 either.
That's probably right.
Pitchers are pussies.
So that's my opening takeaway, which we'll get back to. We'll touch on the trade details, and I'll explain why I believe that. My second takeaway, John Henry, fucking pick a side, dude. Pick a lane. It has been decades of this topsy-turvy direction, rudderless leadership all the way from the top that is ownership of the Boston Red Sox. This feels like, it smells like the Red Sox were spiraling towards one of their worst seasons of all time. They got hot, and John Henry flipped the switch and said, we are no longer a youth movement. I want you to go sell the farm, bring in some big names. We need some pub in here, which he's done multiple times. This is how you go from last place to World Series champion multiple times in Red Sox history. Now, we can't complain with the championships. I get that. But you also traded Mookie Betts for a bag of balls and Devers for a bag of balls. And here we are again. It's not as drastic, but it's got the whiff of that. John Henry got impatient, and here we are changing directions of the philosophy of the franchise. And then lastly, the team got better, and they continue to win. So good. Ultimately good. I just, if you want to talk repercussions, long-term, things that annoy me, those first 2 points are prudent for me at this deadline. But as we sit, Raymond, 61 and 51, 10 games above 500, looking to get 11 games above 500. It's basically a 24 fucking game swing since June. 5-1 on the road trip, since you mentioned. They swept the Dodgers, like you mentioned. Blow out the White Sox, first game back at home. They're winning tonight. Crochet, I know we don't have high hopes, but he is throwing. He's throwing on flat ground. And you've got...
and
the golden boy Roman Anthony has finally picked up a bat. So
wow.
Look,
All it's
really making headway there. These baseball players really toughing it out.
They're really you send out Mayer, and then look what happens. He all of a sudden can feel his pinky again, and he can actually grip a bat and rip it and grip it. That's all it takes. Get rid of his buddy.
Bobby, young people are very impressionable. If your best friend, you guys were dicking down all of South Boston and dogging it and doing it, and then you get sent to Florida, and then the highest draft pick in Red Sox history, in the 120 plus years of Red Sox history, is shipped off to fucking no man land in San Francisco for some mammoth of a reliever, but it's just a setup, just the biggest guy in Major League Baseball from a pure square footage standpoint. I don't know. As a 21-year-old, are you maybe that leaves an impression on you, like, shit, maybe I am being an asshole. Maybe I should pick up a bat.
He is an asshole.
That's the exact reaction I was looking for. I want Ray's reaction on my opinion that Breslow sucks, but I want to do that after I give you the details of the trades, which everybody knows, so I'm going to go through it quickly. The big name is Adley Rutschman from the Baltimore Orioles. You also got another catcher in Jake Rogers, which... Again, I don't know. I can question that decision-making by Breslow there. Do you need catcher's depth? That's not pertinent to the conversation, but put it in there. You also get cash, I guess, in that deal, apparently. Going out in that deal was Carlos Narváez. Bye. But the big ones are your pitching prospects. Your number 2 prospect overall, Anthony Eyanson, who is quickly tracking to be a start of the rotation big leaguer. Kyson Witherspoon, who is your 4th prospect in your system, not as highly touted, but obviously a lot of talent there. An outfielder, Azocar, who's your 5th prospect. So 3 of your top 5 prospects go out the door to bring in Adley Rutschman, who was at one point in time the number 1 overall pick in MLB draft. Had a unbelievable first 3 years in the bigs, and the last 3 have been kind of a downturn, although he was an all-star this year, even while he missed multiple stints on the injured list, including now. We won't see him for a few weeks. Before you go, Ray, as mentioned, Marcelo Mayer out the door for basically a throwaway trade, getting a good pitcher, a good setup pitcher, a lefty, which they needed, in Erik Miller. He's 6'7", like 280 pounds. This guy's an absolute animal. He pitched last night, pitched pretty well, but they basically dumped Mayer because he was a loser pussy prick, and they didn't want him rubbing off on on Roman Anthony. You can take the pussy prick rubbing off innuendos, take them and run. I have to finish this before Ray goes. Lastly, at the deadline, Eli White, speedy outfielder, traded for something named Tyler Ubenstein. Also throw in there, Ray, the deal Mead for early that happened. So you've got Mead coming in, Rutschman, the big name, your big behemoth lefty, Miller as your setup guy, the big names going out, Marcelo Mayer, obviously, and then 3 of your top 5 prospects for Rutschman. Now, I know you have a little bit of a different opinion on this, so your reaction to the trades, in my opinion, that Breslow sucks at his job because he got fleeced on these, even if it made the team better.
I don't care about prospects. I know you shit on me on the text exchange. I don't care. I'm all about win now. Give me the prospects that I mean, give me the talent now. I don't care about prospects in the next 3 to 5 years, what they could be, because we've seen what happens with the prospects that come up on this team. Mookie Betts, gone. Xander Bogaerts, gone. Rafael Devers, gone. Marcelo Mayer, gone. Like, they don't – what do? They just get rid of these prospects. So give me something now that can actually make a difference for this team. Yes, he's injured for, like, the next 2 weeks. He has a wrist injury. Hopefully he comes back. I heard Baltimore, he was getting a little soft, aka fat, because he was just partying and not really working out. So let's see if the new change of scenery helps this guy out, Rutschman, and, you know, gets back to being that number 1 overall pick status. But until then, I mean, I'm happy with the trade. You get rid of prospects that you've never even heard of until you look at this deal and you're like, oh shit, they got rid of 3 of the top 5 prospects in the system. You probably didn't even know. I didn't know who these guys were. I don't care who these guys were. I know who Adley Rutschman is because I remember he was a first overall pick. So that's the kind of stuff I want here. I want talent. I don't want the next 3 to 5 years. I want now. You're on a winning streak. You want now. You want to get this team better now.
Bobby, without the inside baseball talk and really, and Ray's right. Like, Ray's point is right. My point is that there are names on the deadline that were better than Adley Rutschman, who plays catcher at 28 years old, feels like he's breaking down, feels like an overpay for that position, that wielded you a bat in your lineup that really doesn't fill the need that you needed, which was a big power bat. Now you had like names like Corey Seager out there that came on late. The guy from Toronto that Springer. I will not remember right now. Springer, thank you. So you had some big popular names out there, and the point here is the talent that they gave up, especially in their young pitching. Even with the Conley early deal, which was probably an overpayment for Meade, it just screams to me that Craig Breslow is inexperienced at his job, and if he had a little bit more experience, he could have packaged a Mayer and an Eyanson and brought back a more solidified talent that was not on the injured list, and that slotted in a little bit more directly than Rutschman, who has question marks around him, and Meade, who has major question marks around him. It feels like they could have had a more solid solution with what they gave up over the course of the whole thing. And to me, it just, based on all the track record and history with Breslow, it tells me that he's not yet good at this part of the job.
To combine the 2 points, correct. Ray is the right move. It was time to move on these assets, and prospects are assets that you don't know what they're going to be. We look at Mayer, Anthony, and the other guy who started the season last year and is booted back into the minors. Campbell. So, like, right out of there, they were supposed to be the golden childs. As of right now, none of them are on the team. So you get proven talent in here now that's actually a major league player that you can play at this level. The problem is, as you said, Breslow clearly doesn't understand the price of an asset in the open market. He needs help with that in order to determine a deal. So the Red Sox have to either bring in somebody else to help him understand how to make deals with other executives, or he'll continue to get fleeced. Clearly the market doesn't respect him, and they think that they can win every trade.
Yeah. It's also that 29 other GMs don't respect him, so they can just pretty much get whatever they want out of Craig Breslow. He can say whatever he wants to be like, that doesn't sound great. How about you give me 3 of your best top 5 prospects? They're like, yeah, hey, that's sure. Sounds great. You give me that guy? Yeah, sure, great. Sounds great.
Yeah. The Red Sox should hire an agent and bring him in the front office so he can tell him about the actual market value in the current market and help him use that as leverage in trades.
And I think it's a lot of that. I think a lot of it is probably pressure from ownership, which I mentioned on the top as well, that gave him the green light to basically go ahead and lose every trade in order to make the big league club better. To me, it's like, again, you can't pick a lane and you don't have a guy good enough to thread the needle, where you told us for years you're going to rely on this youth movement. And now to Bobby's point, 2 out of all 3 of those guys, 4 of those guys that they've mentioned are not here. That's coming off the David Price, Mookie Betts era 2018 championship where you're spending money out the ass. You cut that immediately, switch gears, and now we're back. And what does that do to your future? If I had more confidence that Craig Breslow could continue to build young talent and use assets to get to fill the gaps in major league clubs, great. Maybe 2 or 3 years from now, this becomes a pattern for Craig Breslow, and we can say, hey, this is a Brad Stevens type of GM we've got on our hands right now. He understands what he's doing. He's building assets and trading for the right guys to fill the pieces on his team. To this point, he's never done that. He's yet to do that, which makes me question these deals and ultimately makes me question the return. Is Rutschman truly going to be an asset on this team down the stretch? We don't know. He's on the fucking IL. Mead, unlucky, I get it, broke his wrist, but the guy had a half a year of good baseball in the major league in MLB. So that was no guarantee. None of these guys are guaranteed. The Miller guy, who's fucking Sasquatch, is 29 years old. He's been in the bigs for 2.5 years. It took him forever to get to an actually major league level. The point is, you did not solidify your lineup with guarantees, which I get is hard to do at the deadline, but you had an opportunity and you didn't do it. You overpaid for question marks. So you have question marks moving forward into the playoffs.
And all it did too on the books for the money wise was they only brought in like $2.5 million on the books. So he didn't even like go out there and like make a big splash. All it did was 2.5. That's nothing in baseball terms.
So thank you for bringing that up, Raymond. If there's going to be a pushback to me on Breslow blows, is he still under a financial constraint from ownership that did not allow him to go get Corey Seager's $30 million salary, Springer's $30 million salary? Maybe that's the case. And, we won't know that.
And Rutschman's under terms, right?
Then, Rutschman, due for a contract extension, but a top end catcher, which he's not, he's a middle of the pack catcher. He's going to make 17 mil. He's not going to make 30. It's like
isn't he arbitration eligible too? Still,
they got 1 year of control, so they'll go to arbitration next year. He'll make double what he's making. Then if they sign him to extension, maybe he makes 15 or 16 mil. It's not 40 or 50 that you're going to pay for a top end guy. It's like the Patriots setting the market on strong safety instead of setting the market on wide receiver. Like,
you did that for years, actually.
You're paying that guy top of the market and you can brag about it, except you're saving $25 million on one player. So that may be going on as well. Anyway, that was a lot of negative talk for arguably what the best team in baseball right now, who are on an absolute tear. I don't know. I just have an unsettled feeling of how far they can go with this and how long they can keep it going. They're definitely playing different baseball. They're playing better baseball. They're learning how to win. They're understanding how to win, and they brought some better players onto the team. So the AL sucks. They have a real opportunity. It'll be fun to see. Playoff baseball is like playoff hockey, man. I'm here for it. Playoff baseball is one of the better sporting events that you can watch. And
I like how you said better. Not the best, better.
Not the best, but I mean, you get prime drama October baseball, especially in Fenway. That's quality watch right there.
Out of the top 4 sports groups in the whole America, they're probably number 4.
How dare you? They're still above soccer. So there you go. There's your Red Sox segment. Go ahead, hit subscribe, hit the like, tell your friends, tell your mothers, and stick around with us live here as we're going to get some Patriots talk. 10 questions from a guy named Rob from Patriots training camp and around the NFL. We'll be right back. The Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
Vacation. I'm gonna quay all these. I'm gonna fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q. It's Q-U.